Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas. We are here with two very peaceful guests here, very smiling, very comfortable guests. Actually, they are very comfortable.
Yes, they are very comfortable.
I really don't feel a lot of energy with excitement energy, but it's calm energy,
right.
Okay? And, of course, my co-host, Lori, and I'm Norm, we're going to allow these two people to introduce themselves and what they do.
Okay. I'm Bety Comerford, and I am a writer, and I'm a shamanic practitioner.
I'm Reverend Steve Wilson, a spiritualist minister.
That too.
And a shamanic teacher and practitioner, and a lot of other different fun things in this kind of thought process. But I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're honored
to
have
write
you
together.
Yeah. And it's a very, very calming. And the ladies over there like it. So if the ladies like you, in fact, there's another one coming out in blue. So don't be surprised at different colors. If the ladies like you, then we know we got the right guest, okay?
And this is one of your books, because
Yes.
you're both authors,
Yes.
Yep.
obviously.
And what is it called?
This one's called The Empathic Quest, Finding Your Destiny.
Could we bring that book a little bit closer to in front of him so I can get it on the camera?
Absolutely.
Oh, there you go.
Excellent.
Right there.
Thank you.
There you go. So we have a great cameraman.
He's on the
Oh,
ball.
thank you.
God, it's hard. You know, it's hard to be the nice Paul, right?
Well,
He's
But,
learning.
you're a swell guy, Norm.
Thank you.
If he makes you
Take
look
it.
good,
That's
you
all
got to
that
treat him
matters.
well.
He makes you look slim. That I like.
You really
But-
got to treat him well.
Filters for everything.
How did you get, what's his name?
Steve.
Steve.
Steve,
okay.
Steve and Betty.
And I'll be asking Dave, so don't be
That's
surprised.
all right.
Okay, right?
Sometimes I wonder who I am.
I
It
was
took him a
told-
year to remember my name, so come on.
See, how did you get involved in shamanic?
A lot of it started when I was a child. If I look back at it now, I'd be what you call very empathic. I'd hear things, see things, feel things. People had passed away. I'd see the future. All those typical gifts of what they call being spiritual or whatever. But I didn't know any better. I was just in it. And a lot of it was very, very difficult. I got kind of the darker aspect of it growing up. But long story short, along the way, in my early 20s, after a lot of different things, I ended up in this shamanic gathering out at Omega. And it was called the Gathering of Shamans from all over the world. And one of the women got up and did a blessing. And when she spoke in a different language. I knew exactly what she said. And everything that they were doing, I've been kind of doing my whole life and had visions of and dreams of. And it's like, oh, guess what? This must be shamanism. And so I went into it from there, and a lot of practice out in the woods, in the mountains, by the ocean, just listening to my guidance and learning my abilities and really what it's all about, and the whole idea of what this is all about. And shamanism gave me that toolbox to
So
fill that in.
can you tell people what shamanism is?
For me, I mean, there's a lot of different ideas of it out there, but for me, it's this thing of knowing that we're all connected to nature, to each other. There's no separation. And so in that, as a shaman, you develop that ability by experiencing things. So we get into this thing called non-duality, where there really isn't dark and light. It's an experience of something in the moment. But by your knowing of that, you connect to a higher source. And so in that higher source, you can actually change the moment by not plugging into some of the duality thought process that everybody does. And so what it does, as a shaman, you kind of elicit a calmness in the space, or some kind of a healing thing where the energy's changed in a moment, or you're more able to connect with guidance to know what to do. Or a lot of times we work very diligently helping people cross over that are stuck on the other side. You know, it turned into a paranormal thing initially about 20 years ago. We were going around doing a lot of paranormal work with different groups and stuff and helping in that respect.
Man, you don't call like that. You don't call them ghosts, right?
I call them spirits.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about that.
I know how you feel
Yeah.
about it. I just think
But
it's silly that you get so upset about it.
Oh, I really do. I really do. I think because I always compare it with Casper the Friendly Ghost,
Yeah.
or we're going Ghost Hunters and Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like, what was that movie with Bill Murray?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters,
And I find that very interesting. But this is me, okay?
Yep.
Whatever people
I
want
like
to call
those
it, I don't
movies.
care. But
I think
you
they're
know,
fun.
I don't. You call them? I don't like.
To
I
me,
think
it's
to me it's degrading.
It's
To
the
me,
energy.
it's all energy. energy.
It's just
everything.
energy.
You know?
Right,
Yeah,
everyth's
yeah.
energy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just my perspective on
that's-
it, you know.
that's okay.
And but one of the things that we're going to do is when you're going to say in another prayer, or
Yeah.
another, we're going to do a prayer for all the universe, for the hurricane people.
yeah, but let Bety introduce herself first, or talk about.
Oh, I'm
herself.
sorry. No, I
quite
have to
all right.
do this first. No,
Okay, all
no, I
right.
have to
I'm
do
a great
this
listener.
first.
You just
Okay.
do it the way you
I
need
get
to do
talking,
it.
and sometimes she kicks me.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but I have to do this first,
Okay.
and Spirit just smacked me.
Okay.
You know. No, hold on for that. We got to do that
gonna
prayer.
Okay.
do
Do the prayer.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
So as a child, this is a language a lot of people are beginning to have a remembrance of, and there's an old language that it kind of comes into our spirit, into our soul, and to me, it's a shamanic language. So a lot of the plights on the earth right now are happening because of some choices, and it's creating some upheaval. So I like to do a blessing prayer in an old language, and that maybe we can all, as individuals, start to see the truth and reality of our choices.
Nice.
Noti osamarak na hasech osukuits wasate atuki mai anana iraki siti isheshkumosunsu o pla teki nani o hioku osotuish masuntuma atate otu osaya nungjima asala. Creator, in this moment we come before you, our hearts open, our minds listening, and our bodies experiencing. And we know that in your infinite wisdom, you've created so many opportunities for each of us to see and to gauge our experience from this place we call the heart. But as is seen by many in this present moment, many that walk on two legs have found themselves in forgetfulness of what the heart truly is, what the path, the journey, the options of each step forward. So many are clamoring and holding on to that from which they came from. A place of bitterness, a place of grief, an inability to see that, yes, every step is an opportunity for a new door to open. We know that in your wisdom, the teachings are evident in so many things, be it the trees, the spirit of the water, the breath of air, the permission to be here in life, or the stone beings which hold us steadfast. May in this knowing, in this moment, may your blessings and may your teachers help to bring the remembrance to each of us that, yes, our hearts know best.
Nore papa, nore papa.
Gusto mo yan, Shi?
So. And may the peace of love be with you always.
Agreed.
Now we'll talk to this beautiful lady here. She's a hot-looking lady. If I was straight,
She's very pretty.
She's very
Well,
pretty,
thank you.
know.
You're the first person that's ever noticed. Just kidding. Let me see where to begin. My grandparents grew up in Cuba, and they were my grandmother was a physical medium, so they helped the dead cross. And as you know, many times those gifts continue down the lineage. And I grew up seeing spirit, seeing, people that had just passed, and seeing things that the normal person didn't quite see. So I just began a journey, and as with most people, they really turn to spirituality when they hit rock bottom, and that's what happened to me. And thank God, I stumbled onto Steve, and I had tried different modalities, and nothing really quite called to me. And then I met him, and I saw what kind of a healer and a psychic he was. And I said, I got to learn what he does, because it really called to me. And he said something that really resonated with me. It's like, you don't learn things, you remember them. Yes. And that's what it's been for me, is remembering what my journey really is.
I like that, remembering.
Yes.
And that was a good term. You said it?
Yes.
Well, I don't like that anymore. No.
We'll let you borrow it.
Yeah.
But I like that. It is remembering.
It is.
It really is. And, everything in life, we take what we're supposed to remember. I remember going to AA. You won't do this, you won't do that. But I remember when I need to remember.
Yeah,
you know.
marching orders don't really work that well in life.
No.
Unless you don't have any kind of a way to really make your own choices.
And and that's like with me. I like what you said. I literally hit rock bottom. I lived on the negative side. I've been able to do seances. I've been able to do all these things, and I'm not embarrassed by it, but because I had to learn from it. But then everything, I lost everything. I lost my spiritual growth. I lost it all. And you know what? I don't blame alcohol. I blame myself. Because
But
I
that's what
made
got
that
you to
choice.
where you are now.
Yep. So
Yeah.
You are
That's
your
why- yeah.
experiences.
And I needed to shelter, and I actually humbled. And I'm very humbled at the idea of eating with the people that are there.
Right.
And I'm very humbled for it because I was one of these typical gay men that had their nose in the air and thought we were better. And you've met a lot of those, right? And, we always thought we're this way. But I was never happy. I was just telling Lori, I'd go to the clubs and not being happy and have a few drinks, but still never happy, you know? And like you, so I had to hit rock bottom to start growing the way I am. But the support that I have had growing is phenomenal. And I will always be humble to everybody. I've had people tell me I've had to lower my ego, because I had an ego at one time that was way out here, But I'm still learning how to let it go. And I'm sure you are too. Was your journey
Constantly.
easy?
Not at all. I've been homeless, divorced a couple times.
Welcome to the club.
I played in the music business for 30 years, so I had a lot of the same kind of similar things. But I think a lot of, for me, was chasing this this feeling all over the place, and then finally, understanding what the feeling actually was and realizing it wasn't a person, it wasn't a thing, it wasn't even an experience, it was an openness to this energy that flows into every single one of us all day long for free. But most people don't feel it because of the choices, and they shut down to it. So, and even, understanding, the whole paranormal part of it all, or the spirit part, why some spirits get stuck here, and why we can feel that energy of why they're stuck here, and can we help them? And so this whole thing is developed into this whole understanding of, energetic choice and destiny. None whatsoever. Every person that's ever hurt me, I love them for it. Every person, that has taught me, I love them for it. Every person, I believe without a shadow of a doubt, everything has happened exactly scripted how it was supposed to happen. That's a lot about what this book is, and I can actually see that in other people's lives.
You want to talk about your book?
This is our second book. The first one was called The Reluctant Empath, and the first one was kind of modeled after a lot of actual events, this particular person Alex had, and we won't say who he is. But it was just his whole process of what he went through, and he was starting to understand, why he was feeling what he was feeling, and why he was having some of these otherworldly experiences, or the feelings in his body, or why depression, and all those kinds of different things. And so that book did really, really well, and it still is. It actually got put out as a mental health book for some reason on Amazon.
Well, it showed people that empathy is not something that you should shun. It's not something you should protect yourself against.
Right, because a lot of people, when they're empathic, they think they're mentally ill.
Yeah,
They think
right,
something's
exactly.
wrong with them.
Yeah,
So I think it's wonderful that
Yeah.
they put it out where people would see it and learn from it.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that was just a happy, wonderful, divine guidance there.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And so along the way, this particular person's life that we talk about in the book, he learned some techniques from his guidance on how to shift the energy, whether it be from
That is
shamans.
you, isn't it?
Yeah, but anyway, I got to a point where I could get rid of, I had severe depression growing up because of some family things that were going on, but I learned how to get rid of it in half an hour one day when somebody asked me, you ready to listen? I'm like, what? And I was like, yeah, and on and on and on, and guidance came in, my teachings and teachers and stuff, and so I started to be able to get to this place where I could actually move emotion out of my body. I could move sadness out of myself in 5 seconds, anger 5 seconds. I never really got angry. It was really strange. For a lot of reasons I probably should have been, but even that I could move it for other people, come to find out, when they were in my space. And so as it went on and on and on, I remember one of my darkest moments of my life, and it was usually in the middle of a relationship upheaval. Empathic people, where their hearts, right here, because, we know what love really feels like. Somebody, I love you. No, you don't. I don't feel it. I love you. No, I don't feel it. Well, I'll buy it. No, I'm not feeling it. It's not there.
Yeah,
and so we
as soon as someone wants to
crave
buy
it.
you something, you know
Yeah.
that's not really love.
No.
Yeah, we crave it.
Well, that's like I've been married several times,
Yeah.
But who hasn't,
Yeah.
besides her, but.
Twice.
Oh, okay. But I've been married before, But I always used to say to my ex-wives, "Oh, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I love you." How can anybody love anybody until they learn to love themselves? Like, I do love my son. I've always loved my son. I have a detached personality, but when you start learning how to love yourself, how to create the love, then you can generate it.
Yes. Well, it starts to flow through you better.
Yeah.
It's a simple teaching of what we call the hollow bone. The love is there for everybody, free.
Right.
It's just flowing in. You just
I had
listen
this
to it.
new client that's coming in, that's been coming to me, and I keep telling them, see, everybody says he's schizophrenia. I don't believe in that to begin with, not because he's hearing voices and all that. No. I said, you know what you're hearing? You're hearing the spirits from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I said, listen to them. Listen to them. And I think that's what we have to do. People are the psychiatrists, the psychiatrists, social workers, they all want to put you on medication, but none of the medication ever works. I had a
Dumbs
man
down the
who-
energy.
No, listen, I have a friend of mine, and his father everybody said was so far gone, and he was gone mentally, okay, but they kept putting him on medication. This is falling into what you're talking about, by the way, because I'm a jabberer, not
That's
that you
okay.
could ever tell.
You? Never.
But it falls
That's how
right-
the information gets out.
Right, but it falls into what we're talking about because he was paranoid, schizophrenia. Yeah, he did things that were normal. He chased a guy down the street with a hatchet one day, and because I think the darkness side had tried to overpower him, and he had all this medication. They were changing it, but the things that he was telling me. And it took 15 to 20 years have actually been insight today with what's going on with the world, what's happening with the world. And you know what? He was a lot smarter. He was
Further
too
along the
smart
curve,
for his
yeah.
age.
Yeah.
And if people would read Nostradamus' books, or they would read the last part of Revelations, how man is destroying the world, how Mother Nature, if they see how parallel they are together. I used a big word.
You did. You
Yes,
did it
I
right.
did.
But I just want to put out there, but you know what you're talking about when you talk about people with mental health because you were a nurse,
yeah.
a psychiatric
Yeah.
nurse for 32 years. So,
Yeah.
when people go, well, you're just an old man, you know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. No,
what-
he
yeah.
does know what he's talking
And I
about.
really do. And I learned a lot of and I'm not embarrassed. I was in a state hospital for like 2 weeks. Nobody could find out what was wrong with me, and all that. Back and then they zombied me up with Thorazine.
Oh, yeah.
And you watch my heart goes out to these people.
Yeah.
All they need is what you and I can teach them, or what she can teach them, or what you can teach them. By the way, before I get too far, I'd like to offer condolences, if you don't mind, to my nephew's wife and his
Yes,
children.
absolutely.
My nephew passed away, I believe it was last Thursday or Friday, and I think this is going to fall. And I would offer my condolences to them. And no, I will be there spiritually. I will not be there in person, but I will be there spiritually. And one of the things that Steve, I think you could probably integrate on too, is before it is too late. And you as well. Get to know your family.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't know my brothers. I didn't know my sisters. I don't know my nieces and nephews. Okay. And I implore. See
Yes,
that one?
I did.
I'm doing
did
good there. I implore each and every one of you, stop hating your brother or your sister or your mother or your dad or whomever. Because you know what? I live with this every day now. There are days when, there are days when I would love to get to know them, but I can't. Because I know them spiritually now. Okay?
And most of his siblings, all of your siblings,
Yeah.
or have crossed.
Yeah, I'm the only one, And I think this is the message is for me to carry out to people. get to know your brothers, get to know your sisters, get to know your cousin, and even though they don't want to know you, you can still love them.
Yes.
And that something tells me that could be part of your book that you wrote.
It's
on
we get into
writing.
like soul contracts and family
Right.
contracts and stuff, and there's a lot of truth to that from this energy perspective. You know, what got shown a long time ago is like, you know, every life will become, whether or not you believe in past lives, it doesn't matter to me, but life in general. As a little child, I used to ask, what's the point of this? You know, what's going on? I was that kid, had to ask, especially growing up in a very dogmatic Christian type church, and then having the spiritualism on the other side, and they kind of contradict. So I asked, what's going on? You know, so I got shown that, you know, every life is a series of events that gives us choices, and some of them aren't easy. But when we make those choices, if we do them from the place of our heart, in that higher place, we open up and our energy increases, and guess what? We have a better experience.
Exactly.
And people don't, so and you'd be surprised how much the most difficult people in our lives are actually our biggest teachers that give that opportunity to forgive,
Yes.
to look at the bigger picture,
To let go.
look at our own stuff. And those are all those
Forgiveness is
boat
big.
anchors that
Yeah.
keep us anchored to a less than energetic experience. You know?
Folks, this is not a Christian religious show.
Nope,
This is talking
no.
about spirituality.
Just
Every
energy.
one of us have a spiritual.
Yeah.
You know, and it's up to us to find that spirituality.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how many times I've been hit in the head by my spiritual guides.
Well, I
He's a little
looked
stubborn.
I looked for common denominators because, you know, being in the shamanism thought process, you know, shamanism is really the first religion. You know, it's everywhere. You know, it's like in the old tribes. You know, it's in predates Buddhism. You know, you can find it in Christianity. You can find it, you know, Native American process, South America, and we've been all over North and South America and had experiences with other shamans and stuff. I've met shamans from Russia, you know, a lot of them, and it's kind of where it kind of came from. But it's the one common denominator in every single religious shamanic thought process is this energy thing. It's everywhere.
This was given to me by her for Christmas.
Christmas.
This
Yeah.
was
It's
a
beautiful
couple years
Buddha.
ago,
A
right?
couple years ago, yeah.
And this comes on my show every time.
That's awesome.
The spirit says I am to bring it, my partner. I am very spoiled.
Nothing wrong with having a good time.
Am I right?
Yes, you are very.
Very spoiled. My partner
That's
brings
so
the
am I,
coffee
so.
into me.
It increases
cooks
your
my-
vibration.
That's right. And I don't know how he puts it. You ever had dreams that are so real that you get upset out of them? Okay. My poor partner, he was in his room and I'm in mine. 2:00 in the morning because someone told me we were going to break up and all that. Oh, you're going to leave me and I know and all this stuff. He looks at me, turns over and goes back to sleep.
Yeah.
So he didn't feed into the energy. You know?
Yeah.
And then he just gave me this about a month ago. So,
Yeah, about, yeah.
Yeah.
So
There are
I'm very
tests.
happy with that.
There are tests in the
Who
dream
would like
time.
to be first
For a reading.
for a reading? Okay, we're going to swap places
You
here.
better looking at me.
Do you want to just switch
Just
chairs?
switch seats.
Switch chairs, yeah.
Musical chairs. Where's the
There
song?
we go.
Righty then.
Yeah, I'm going to have you shuffle notes for me, please. Paul, is that book going to be in the way?
Yeah, hand me the book.
Yeah, let's put that book in front of the gentleman.
Look in front of the gentleman, okay? One of the things that I'm looking at you're on the right path spiritually. Yeah. One of the things I don't want you to be, you can get discouraged very easily, okay? Don't allow yourself to be. You two were soulmates in your past life, okay? You were actually sister and brother in your past
Yep.
life.
That makes perfect sense.
Boy, was
Yeah,
she...
because we fight a lot.
Boy, was
Actually, we
she...
get along very
I
well.
always tell people she's married. She's not.
Boy, was she bossy to you in the past
I still
life.
am.
Still am.
You know?
It's funny. It's like she's the one who really pushed me into doing the teaching and writing with her and all that other stuff.
The,
And-
the spirit says she was a tool to get you to do it.
yeah, because I would probably would be
And
just.
one of the things I
playing
also
music
will
right now.
tell you that you died twice and came back to life. Okay, you was when you were a baby. You had like some kind of a like colic. Yeah, is there just colic, right?
Colic?
Horses have colic. People have it
People
too.
have
right?
colic, yeah.
Okay, like colic, and you really died. And you came back to life. The next one was when you were like a teenager, not confusing where you want to go, and you also came back into life.
okay.
You had children.
No, I've
He's your child, right?
no, I've actually got dogs.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
they're
have
your
any
children.
They're my
Good for
babies.
you. Okay. I'm going to spread them out.
Okay.
I also will tell you, you're in a relationship right now.
I'm married.
You're married. He's not jealous at all, is he?
No, he doesn't
He's
really
actually
believe
encourages
in
it.
all of this,
Yeah,
but
but
he
he-
allows me my freedom to do what I need to do, and
Yeah.
can't ask for anything
Otherwise,
better.
it wouldn't last.
It wouldn't have
He'll
lasted.
come around.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't think my husband would ever come around. He did, so.
Well,
Well, he's a double Taurus, so I don't know if he's ever going to come around. But.
I was very fortunate. I was a very understanding partner. You know, my ex-wife used to run out the door. That's the devil. Because we used to go to the born again Christian, and the last time we went to a born again Christian, it was quite intoxicated, shall we say?
Yeah.
And I let them know what I thought of them. Oh, brother, you're being slayed. That's right. I go, no, I'm quite intoxicated, and I had had enough of the phoniness.
Mhm.
You know, I want you to take out 5 cards without looking at them. I'm also going to tell you the spiritual journey that you have it's just tipping of the iceberg.
Okay.
Okay, you've got a lot more lesson coming. There are going to be some where you're going to want to throw the towel in, and your husband's going to be one of your biggest supporters. Even though the problem is he doesn't really understand what you're doing, but he also knows there's no other relationship between you and. Yeah, which is very unusual. I want to let you know.
No, I'm
He shows me
blessed.
his gun cabinet.
I'm sorry.
He shows me his gun cabinet every time I
Yeah.
go over.
Okay. But he
So
also.
he's smart.
Yeah. I also see.
Terrible.
Well, one of the things I'm looking at is that you're going to do some traveling. And there are a couple of TV shows you and your Steve are going to be going. Hey, I got his name.
You did.
Did I? Yeah.
That's a
Because-
miracle
yeah.
right there.
I'm glad
He
you spread
remembered
them out
his
here.
name.
Oh.
You want to sit right here and I'll spread them out. There you go.
Well, we keep holding out for Ellen.
I don't see that
You
one.
and me both. I can't wait to go on Ellen.
Oprah's not here anymore. So.
Well, that was always my goal, right? And then, but we could still go on the Oprah channel.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, the visions of the TV shows and radios, it keeps on coming, and I'm actually probably more resistant. Than she is.
I'm also will tell you. I see you going to Australia.
I love Australia. I'd love to go.
Okay, I see the both of you going.
That's actually our biggest
Yeah,
following
husband's
is
going
Australia
to-
with the first book.
Yeah.
see,
Your
there
husband's
you
going
go.
to be a tag along. Oh, you know. So I do see that. I also will tell you that. Did you rescue your dogs?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah.
I have 3. 2 of them I did.
Okay. They're very happy.
They should be. I
Okay.
want their life.
One of your
Right?
the one that you did not rescue is kind of monkey. Another one, I should get more attention. I should get more attention. Okay. So I'd like you to give it that dog. Is it a she dog?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like you to get her more attention.
Okay.
Please, okay. And but they're also they're the boss of the house, and they are. Do you have a cat also?
I'm allergic to cats. He's got the
Okay.
cat.
Okay. But I also will tell you what I'm looking at. Those dogs are very spoiled,
They are.
and that's a good thing. But they want a different diet.
Okay.
Okay. The one dog that you had bought or given to you, I want to let you know that her mother is very happy that she's in the home that she's in.
Oh, okay,
The
good.
birth mother. Okay. How old is she, please?
My oldest dog?
Yeah.
She's going to be 12.
Okay. And that's the one that you were given?
We bought her.
We bought her. Okay. You actually saved her life because you kind of like to run to the family. Okay?
I kind of figured I did.
And actually, you got her for 3 more years.
Okay. That's kind of
Okay.
what I thought. Awesome.
She has a little arthritis.
Yes.
Okay. She's going blind.
Mhm.
Okay. But this is the time now she needs you. She also has, believe me, folks, dogs do get dementia. They get.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they sure do. So this is, but you're not doing enough Reiki energy on her.
Okay.
Okay, please do that also, especially up and through here. And if you can grind her food up, okay, she would appreciate it because it makes it a lot easier for her
Okay.
to eat. And who does the grooming of the dog?
I do.
No, she don't like it.
But she doesn't have much hair, thank God. She's a Boston Terrier, so.
She don't like to. You're too rough, so be more gentle. Okay. But I mean, she is the queen bee. The other two follow what she says.
Mm. She's more the follower.
No.
It's the,
According to her, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's
probably
according to
her.
her.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
she's a
That's
typical
true.
woman, so
That's
what do you
true.
Hey,
expect,
hey,
you know?
hey, buddy. You can walk on, all right?
Even I don't go there.
When Scott used to be at home and my show would be over, she'd have him waiting for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You have a nephew?
By marriage, yes.
Yeah. You get along okay with him?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's very proud of you. He's the one that he's going to be coming and tell you a lot more confident stuff than he could tell anybody else. Okay. He also wants to follow your path.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Don't discourage him. His family members may, but please don't.
Okay.
Okay. I also will tell you that your dad's very proud of you. Okay. Were you a daddy's girl?
Probably, yeah.
Because he didn't really know how to show emotion.
Yeah.
Okay. When he doesn't, he really does not understand what you're doing.
No.
He really, I don't think he wants to. He says this is your path. Okay. When I'm also telling you that he is very appreciative of the care that you're giving to your mother. Okay. And he says your mother, he's concerned about your mother going blind.
Okay.
Okay. And as we said before outside, be very careful of her falling.
Okay.
Okay. Does she climb up downstairs?
Yes.
Okay, you might want to put a gate there when you're not there.
Okay.
And really, that honestly, I'm very concerned with. Do you agree with that?
I for safety's sake, I do.
Right, yeah,
but
that's what I mean.
the only caveat to that is that's going to totally hurt your mom's feelings.
Yeah.
Right.
Just explain you want to keep the dogs down and stuff. Do it that way, okay?
Yeah, don't tell her it's for her.
Yeah, don't tell it for her because then she'll get all upset. And she will literally pull that gate off. Okay? He's pretty feisty as far as that goes, okay? Do you have a gas stove or electric stove?
Electric.
Okay, make sure all the burners are off because she is going to start getting forgetful.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to know she loves you very much in her own way. She's a little fuss budget, but you're more like your dad.
Yes.
And your dad. Oh, okay. I can say it. You're damn right she is.
Yes.
Some words I can't use when they're saying on here.
Right?
I would get kicked off the air, you know. But I also will tell you that me prepare her to become incontinent.
Okay.
Okay. She won't wear a tent. She's very proud. Okay.
Very.
She's got a pretty good appetite,
Yes, she
but
does.
it's fussy. She adores your husband.
Yes, she does.
Okay. He enjoys the attention
Yes.
they give each other because they keep each other company when you're not there or whatever. I actually will tell you you're going to be going on a path without him.
Okay.
And I think it's time for you to go to start teaching more without him, because right now you're becoming very dependent on him.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, we've heard that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a checking account?
Joint.
Good.
Be careful what you say on the air.
It's never good when he starts giggling.
Make sure your books are balanced.
They're showing you the books are balanced?
Make sure they are.
Oh, make sure they are. Yes,
Okay.
they are balanced.
I'm not so concerned about your husband or you when I'm more concerned about somebody trying to
Oh, okay.
borrow some money, shall we say, and I'm looking at $5,000, and you're going to have to prove that it wasn't your handwriting or your husband's.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
it could be a credit card. You have a credit card?
Yes.
Okay. You have a Visa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so please be very careful. Make sure you keep your number right where
Okay.
they are, okay? And I'm concerned, be careful going to a gas station.
Okay.
Because they had those little things that when they call, you know what I'm
The
talking about,
skimmers, yeah.
Yeah, the skimmer on the gas. Be very careful of that, okay? If you see one, report it, okay? You know, sometimes when you're driving, you can be overly cautious,
Sometimes, yeah.
okay? Well, you live in the middle of nowhere, don't worry about it, you know. Well, they have one cop, right?
I think we got 2.5,
2.5
maybe.
hours.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
something like
I
that.
think-
You're going to get caught 2 or 3 miles from your house speeding if you're
Okay.
not careful.
Okay.
You live on a windy road.
The driveway is windy.
Okay, kind of needs a lot of repair.
Yeah.
You want to sell your house?
No.
Good, because you're not going to. The Spirit's
No.
not going to let you.
No, we love that house.
Actually, you've been through hell and back, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this your first marriage?
No.
Okay. The first marriage was not a very easy one, was it?
No.
Okay. You knew like a week after you got married that it wasn't the thing that you should have done.
I think I knew that night.
Oh, me too. On 2 of the marriages, but that's okay. But also, you forgive them too, don't you?
Of course.
Okay, because otherwise, how would you do it? Do you speak in different languages?
I speak Spanish.
No, I mean.
Oh, not like him. No.
Why not? This is what my spirit's asking you. Your spirit.
I tried once. It just didn't feel natural.
Okay, if you're not ready for it, when
Yeah.
it's natural, like for him and I, it's very natural.
Right, it didn't feel
okay?
natural for me.
I've been to a lot of different churches, they force it out. That doesn't
Yeah.
work, okay? I also will tell you that your grandfather and your dad are together.
Oh, okay.
You're really old.
Mm.
Would you really like to know how really old you really are?
Sure.
You're 4,300 and whatever your net 32, we'll just say your natural age is, okay?
Okay.
Were you a teacher?
I'm a teacher now of spirituality, but not a school teacher.
Okay, well, you still teach. Okay.
Occasionally.
There are different phases
Occasionally,
of
yes.
teaching, okay?
Yeah.
But you need to break away and start your own group.
Okay.
And he's going to be a very big supporter of you, okay? No, you're not ever going to lose that friendship or that special connection that you two have. But you're becoming too complacent with it. You're becoming too complacent with it. In other words, you need to now start your own group. He'll always be there to encourage you. He'll
Okay.
always, and I think it's time that you do that. By the way, you had a miscarriage.
I have
You had a miscarriage.
No.
There are two babies.
maybe another life, but
No, there are two. You may not have realized it, but there are two angels around you. that
Oh,
tell
okay.
me. Okay, I won't say nothing. You got some decision coming up in the next 7 months.
all right.
Okay, the decisions are: do you want to continue the path you are, and hopefully you make the right one, or do you want to stray and do something? Because there are two people that are going to try to teach you something their way of shamanic, and I think that shamanic. Hey, I used that big word.
You did. Good
And I
job.
did it right. And there are two people that are in the shamanic, but they're going to try to teach you something different. And the one that try to teach you, I'm not comfortable with.
Okay.
Okay, because everybody has a title. Everybody has something that they want to teach other people. But I think the path that you're on shamanically is the right path for you. You're going to be around till you're 103 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I also will tell you I see eye surgery coming for you, so you won't
Okay.
have to wear glasses. That's
Okay.
a cool thing. Okay. What's your husband? He's not retired yet.
No.
Right? No. He's a hard worker, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
What does he do?
He's a computer tech.
Does he work from home?
Yes, he does.
He does follow you every once in a while with the intelligence. He's a very intelligent man.
Yes, he is.
The one thing I will tell you, he is so intelligent that he has a hard time with people.
Mm-hmm.
You're more outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you two work together so well. How long have you been married?
15 years.
Oh, okay. What if I told you I started another 40 years? What would you say?
Terrific.
Okay. You knew each other as well.
Yes,
in
we
your
did.
past life, okay. When he was your brother and sister, you were actually his partner in
Mm-hmm.
the past life, okay. Who's the artist? Okay. Why aren't you doing more artwork?
My artwork is knitting. That's
Why
what I
aren't you
consider
doing
my
more?
artwork.
Still
Okay.
art,
Yeah, it's art.
Okay.
but you're not
You
doing
need-
enough of it.
Okay.
You need to do more.
Okay.
Of that. Okay. Whether you want to give it to charity or whether you want
Right.
to do it all. I also will tell you, if you've got a canvas instead of doing artwork, you can do it that too.
Okay.
Everybody has different abilities. Okay. In fact, I should start knitting again. I used to years ago. When I get depressed, it's fun to knit.
That's my meditation.
Yeah. Okay. There is no. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but there's no wrong way of meditating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We all know that, right?
Right.
You know. I also will tell you, you are not going to have cancer.
Good.
Okay, I don't see that around
Knock
your
on wood,
body
no.
at all. But you need to take more vitamins.
Okay.
Okay, you take vitamin B12.
Yes.
Okay, double the dose every other week.
Okay.
Okay, you take iron.
Yes.
Okay, do that every other week as well.
Okay.
Because your body is low on something, but yet your body will also become very adapting. You can
Okay.
overdo it to yourself. I also will. Do you have a brother?
Yes.
You close to him?
Fairly.
As close as you two can allow each
Yes.
other. Okay. He really doesn't understand what you're doing, but he loves you anyway, and he accepts what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay. Who's the problem? Who's the person that has a problem with drinking? And I don't see a family member. I see somebody else.
His ex-wife.
His ex-wife. We'll continue to pray for her.
Yeah.
Because I actually see her with cancer.
Actually, she passed away from the drink.
So from
Okay.
she's very angry.
Yes.
She really is, even today. So we're not even going to try to. I'm not even going to allow her to communicate with
Okay.
you. Okay. There are just some spirits I don't allow Do you?
No, I have boundaries.
Right. You know, I'm not going to allow her to name call. I'm not going to allow her to download you.
Okay.
I also will tell you that you're going. This is your year for prosperity, and that don't mean so much money-wise. I mean for spiritual-wise and for knowing people. Don't. Once again, I'm reiterating against what means that you really. Hey, I used another word.
Yes, you did.
You know, boy, I'm getting smart. I'll be doing readings, okay, and I'll look. Lori, I used a big word
And they're like,
in my
what?
office too. You know, but wait a minute. But the one thing I will also tell you too, and you're I'm going to be working with someone who has such a drinking problem that you two are his tool for salvation.
Okay.
And the sad part is he's only about 32 years old.
Okay.
And you already know him. Okay? You're going to a funeral.
Okay.
Okay? He's about 56 to 60 years old. Are you a reverend?
Yes.
Okay, because you're going to be the one officiating.
Okay.
Not him, not anybody. This is what part of your spiritual growth is going to be. Do you agree? Okay. A lot of times, I like to have confirmation. And it looks like within the next 9 months.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to say I'm wrong when I don't really believe I am. I also will tell you that that's not a lot of dramatic changes coming. I don't think you don't like changes that well. You have to work very hard to accept them.
Okay.
Okay. Stop procrastinating. Okay. I'm a good one at that too. One of the things like I said, I don't know what's in Australia when I see you guys going on, and it doesn't mean it's going to be tomorrow. People think that when we say something, it's going to be right away. Okay. You're going to get a lot of idiot calls. We do that already, don't we? You know, you ever get them?
Yes.
No, we expect a lot more, especially you, because I really want to. You don't want to leave that little town where you live, do you?
I'm happy there.
They have gas lights for the highway, right? To go on the highway or
No
whatever.
lights at all.
I was gonna say, there's no highway.
There's
no
there's no highway.
Like
It's the
two
road.
towns and the rest are all dirt.
But the one thing I will tell you about that town, it's very spiritual.
Yes.
You have a lot of spirit, and I don't mean this is going to be one of the first small towns that I could actually. I've never been there, but what I'm looking at is a very quaint little town.
Yes, it
not?
is.
And I'm looking at a very spiritual, uplifting town. Okay, even though the people don't realize it, I don't see any darkness around.
Mm-hmm.
The next town however, near you is a very negative town.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Is there? Are you near a town with a Greenville or Greendale or whatever?
Mhm.
Okay, that's a very negative town.
Yes, it is.
And I'm actually looking at that. So what I'm actually seeing also is there's a lot more growth. You have an art on your father's side.
No. I mean, by marriage,
Yeah.
probably not
Yeah.
blood. Okay.
Okay. Because there's another older woman that's relative to you that you're going to be bringing to take care of.
Okay. All right.
You like to take care of elderly, don't you? And there's nothing wrong with that. 'Cause you give them love, you give them care. And for you, it's not all about the money. It's for them to be taken care of, being happy, okay? Your mother can be a sputterer, huh?
Sometimes, yeah.
Especially if she doesn't get her own way. But you're more. Your dad told me to tell you to be more patient with her.
Okay.
Okay. Give her some cheesecake.
She doesn't need any more cheesecake.
Your father says, give her some cheesecake. What harm is it going to do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at that age, it doesn't
Okay.
matter anymore.
With some cherries on it.
Okay.
Okay. Does she like cheesecake?
Yes.
Okay. So that's where I'm getting that from. Do you put cherries on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 'Cause she wants more. You have to make it, though.
Okay.
When you want to, you can be an extremely good cook.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't want to, you can rush it. Nope. Hot pots come in here. Wonderful, don't they? By the way, your husband's getting a good pay raise.
Excellent. Good.
He doesn't want to move either.
No, he likes it there.
And like I said, you're more of a social butterfly than he is. Okay. He's very happy in the wooded area.
Yes.
He actually communicates with the animals.
Does he? Okay.
He doesn't realize it, but he really does. The dogs really love him, don't
Yes, they do. They do love him.
You don't get jealous over that, do you?
No, I'm happy they do. It's not easy having 3 dogs, so
Yeah. Well, I hate to say this to you, but they love him more than you.
it's okay.
This is what they're telling me, okay? They love you, don't get me wrong, but he's there more with them than you are.
I'm the disciplinarian, that's
Oh,
why.
that's why, okay. Your oldest dog is going to have a urinary problem, so please don't scold her, don't, just give her love, And your other two, how old are your other two?
4 and 2.
Okay, the two, which one's the roustabout?
The little one, the 4-year-old, 4 or 5-year-old.
Okay, you really, no matter what you do, he's going to do what he wants. Is it a he?
Yes, they're all girls.
Oh,
They're all girls.
Well, no, the middle one is going to do what she wants to do
Oh,
no matter what.
she's the queen bee.
She's the princess of them all. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
said no matter how much training you have, she's going to do it. But she does apologize when she does have accidents. Because
she does.
sometimes you people forget. But they also want you to change the brand of food that you give them.
Okay.
Okay, because they're getting very bored with it. And they all need new collars. Okay, they're pretty old collars.
They're harnesses.
Okay, well, they want
Because
different color ones.
she's a Boston, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But do you ever have spirits you really try to get you, put you very, very pushy?
All day
Time.
long.
The next 15 weeks or 15 days, you do have a lot of decisions to make within yourself.
Okay.
I'm not sure what they are, and I'm not allowed to tell you anything.
Okay.
Okay. I also will tell you that the relationships that you're in today, I'm seeing a great, more assurance in the next 3 months and 3 years.
Okay.
Financially, you're going to do okay.
Okay.
Is your husband overweight?
Not anymore. He
Right.
was.
That's good because that's your heart problem there.
Okay.
I'm also concerned about a sugar problem with him.
Okay.
And he sneaks out when you're not looking there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But you do too, so you're both guilty of that. Those chocolate bonbons are delicious, aren't they? I also will tell you that. Now, is there a vacant lot near you?
There's land around us, yeah.
Okay, I see you buying more property.
Okay.
Okay. I see you having animals.
Yes, we'd like to.
I see a couple of horses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also seeing some cows. And I don't
Chickens.
see you.
Chickens,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
a lot of
that's why I see
chickens.
chickens.
But I don't see you slaughtering them.
Oh, I couldn't, no.
Okay. But I do see you grow your own eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the gardener?
Me.
Okay. Did you have a vegetable garden this year?
Yes.
Okay. Come out pretty well.
Yes.
The wild animals enjoyed them, huh?
Yes, we had to put a fence up because the bear kept coming in.
Well, next year build a garden for the animals.
Okay.
Okay. The bear is thankful for what it had.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't trying to scare you. Man made him go into there because man had ruined the property. Not too far from the property where you live, I'm actually looking at a condo being built.
Okay.
Okay, and that's going to ruin the landscape of it all. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm looking at with you. You two don't live too far from each other.
No.
Hop,
5 minutes.
skip, and a jump through the woods.
5 minutes.
Okay, so you can snowshoe down there.
Pretty much.
I snowshoed once. That was enough.
She wanted to build a zip line.
We were going to do the shamanic zip line.
There you go.
That's cool.
You got to do the what?
The
That's the
shamanic
one.
zip line from house
Why
to
are you
house.
doing it? I actually will tell you right now. You have sage in your house.
Yes.
Okay, you need to go outside and sage around the wooded area.
Okay.
ASAP.
Okay.
You, not him, not anybody, but you. You need to take control of the property, not allowing somebody else. Because you've got some people that will try to buy that property.
Okay.
Okay. I also will try to tell you that there's some land abutting your property that the owners on another property are going to try to claim your part of your property as theirs. Are you a fighter?
Yes.
Please make sure, even if you have to have a survey done to prove that you're right, because there's some people that want to. You have a beautiful property there. You have a very expensive property people want to buy, and will make a good summer place.
Okay.
Okay, about 3 miles down the road, though, I'm actually seeing some people from Massachusetts buying up some. They want to build condos to take away from
Right.
the animals and take away the view, and also, but you and Steve can get a petition to block it, and I would probably also encourage you to have the spirits help you block it, because it's going to ruin everything around you.
It wouldn't fit in Mason.
I'm sorry?
It wouldn't fit in Mason.
No.
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 You know. But all that can compare about the money. And then they would never get, the one thing I'm looking at also, it would never get finished. It would really be a plight on that quaint little town that has the cowboys and the horses and all that in there, you know. But I don't see a lot of it. Except, you have a passport?
Yes,
Okay, you want to go to Canada?
I wouldn't mind.
Okay. I actually see you going on the Murray show.
Murray? Okay.
Murray, what's his name? Murray, the one that does all the apprentices and all that. Paul Murray show.
Povich.
Yeah.
Oh, Maury Povich.
Yeah, I could
Does he still
actually
do shows?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
yeah, I could actually see you going on that as well. And there's another one called Robert Irvine. I can see you going
Okay.
on that because he's very open to it. Unfortunately, I don't see you going on the Ellen show.
This is a joke.
Yeah, you know. And when I do see you do a lot of traveling, I actually see you go to Chicago to do a national radio show.
Okay,
There you will have over 500,000 listeners.
good.
Okay?
Must be dark and
Any
stable.
questions?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, thank you so much.
No, okay, no problem. And you two swap.
Switch back.
Musical chair. Do, do, do.
See, she knows how I like my cards in a certain way. Huh?
Yep.
I'm a very anal about that. That's like I don't like when I go to a restaurant. I have to have separate plates on food. Ugh, I can't stand my food touching.
That's how my daughter was growing up. She couldn't have any of her food touching. She'd just.
I do have one question. May
Sure.
I ask? My writing career. What do you see there?
Stop procrastinating
Okay.
and do it on your own.
Okay.
Okay, and it will be successful.
Okay.
You'll be on the New York's top solo list. Have you started it yet?
Yes.
Good.
But it's a totally different.
Totally different venue.
Yeah.
Totally different band.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you two are great for right now. Okay, but now, and please know, I'm not trying to be mean.
No,
when I
say
this,
say
but
what you got.
It's time to you go your path. It's time for you to go your path. By the way, you're meeting. Are you with a lady right now?
Yes.
Okay, and she accepts what you're doing,
Yes.
and she accepts her being.
Yes.
She's a little jealous, though.
Yeah, it's been. It's okay.
It's a work in
work.
progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress every
Yeah.
day. Okay.
And still.
Okay. Oh,
She
You ready?
understands that we're friends.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, at first she didn't. Well, let's be honest. A lot of people would not understand the relationship
No, they would
you
not
had
at
too.
all.
No.
'Cause
And then my ex-wife, let me tell you, even my ex-wife today, we've been divorced for like 32 years, you know. Even today, she'll say, she gets a little jealous if I sit there talking with like Mary, Kate, and all these people, you know.
the path is more important.
By the way, you can give us a call if you want to, 640-3091. Then we,
Betty and Steve.
Betty and Steve.
Benny and
She's
Steve
told
will
you.
be very we'll be very happy to answer any questions you have.
Or Steve or Betty.
Okay? And,
Either way.
Lori and I will answer any questions you have for us, but do not be rude and do not think that, you know, we had one call that we literally hung up on.
Oh my,
Two.
really?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Actually.
we've had a couple.
I don't put up with nonsense.
Do you have any
and do that
upcoming
shit.
events?
Yeah.
Is there any?
Yes, we actually have something. We have an ongoing shamanic teaching course at the yurt in Mason. I own a yurt.
Yeah, the website is sacredhealinggrove.com, which has our schedule.
classes.
And we also have a little church there too,
There's a
where we have
spiritualist
spiritual
church there
Very
also
nice.
once a month.
services once a month.
We have a thing on spirit happening at
Empowered Pathways in Peterborough, New Hampshire on Friday, October 20th. We're doing a talk on getting to know the other side, understanding why spirit happens, sharing experiences of spirit, especially since we're going to be coming up to Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, the new book's coming out. It's actually called the Empathic Ghost Hunter, for lack of a better word.
Right.
But it gets into the whole empathic part about feeling and understanding spirit and how you can actually access that more.
Yeah, we have our own website, comerfordwilson.com,
Which talks
in
about
which
the
all our
books.
appearances are on.
Excellent, excellent.
Want to
Yeah.
explain to the people what empathic is?
An empathic person who's someone who is actually feeling the energy released from another person.
Physically feeling it.
Physically, in their own body, as opposed to just reacting
And feeling
to
sorry
what they're
for
seeing
them.
and feeling sorry for them, or being sensitive to somebody else's play. So typically an empathic person is feeling the emotion of another. So if someone else is sad, you feel that in yourself.
Right.
You're not feeling sad because they're sad. You're actually feeling the sadness or the anger or the pain
Right.
or even the thoughts,
Right.
you know, or even where they're stuck, and on and on and on. It just goes. Some people are severely empathic.
I actually, at one time, I forgot to ground myself.
Mhm.
And I had a lady that come in that had throat cancer.
Mhm.
And I actually literally had to go to the bathroom and vomit up the vial.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I believe it's the worst smelling vial I've had in my life. And you know what? I learned a lesson out of that. Make sure you're grounded.
Yeah, it's one of the
And then
biggest teachings in all this.
Yeah.
Right.
And then another person came in, and I caught myself because they went that way. Because we can, as spiritual leaders, feel the pain of other people. You know, when they have, I do a lot of times. I will rejoice in the joyness that they have. That I will allow. Like I had a client come in today. I'm so excited for her and her husband are making a big. Going to understanding with each other because their whole world was collapsing.
Mhm.
And then they went out and they're talking to each other, and I'm excited for her to rebuild a relationship for her. But I will not carry her woes, and I will not carry,
Mhm.
and that's, I've done it. And then people, I don't know if you ever said it, and I'm sure you have, people expect us to remember everything we read to them. Now, do you remember what you told me 10 years ago? They really get upset if I don't remember, and I went, no. And if we remember everything we tell everybody,
It's not coming from us anyway,
No,
so we're just
Right.
repeating what we hear.
Right, we're just
5 minutes
Right.
late,
Passing the message.
5 minutes, oh, hey, she gave a name, the one in the purple? Hi, Gloria. Unless she's kidding me when I'm getting the name Gloria.
Well, she told the other lady her name started with an M.
Yeah.
Was it Miriam?
Yeah, so it could be another one.
Muriel?
Then.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody here with a name, like a French name, like Agath or Agatha or something like that? Because that kept coming through
Okay,
earlier.
maybe over there, yeah. We
Could
have a
very
lot
well
of-
be.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's an old grandmother too with glasses.
Yeah.
Got
Yep.
kind of a crook
Yeah.
to her.
One day we were getting
5?
calls. Yes, 5. People wanted to know what about the black cat on set.
Yeah.
There was no black cat on set, but at home they were
They were watching
seeing
the
it
cat.
on their screens.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was very cool.
We are real folks, whether you think now. And also, folks, I made a mention yesterday how I was changing my attitude. I'm being so cynical and stuff like that. And I'm seeing the pleasure and the results of it coming through.
Good.
Okay. I can be, of course, you could never tell. I'm a triple Leo, but I can be very sarcastic, but not really meaning to be.
Mhm.
The only time I'm more sarcastic is when someone I know they're not real.
Mhm.
Okay, and that I don't like, But I enjoy embarrassing them. But there was one lady on I really did. And then they're coming back on, so I'm excited about that. I'm not going to mention your name. I think
Right.
that's important. But, Spirit telling me, young man, the relationship that you're in, be more understanding with her.
Mhm.
Okay? That you have to reassure her that you're not going to stray from her.
Mhm.
Okay? Yeah. Oh, I can't tell him that.
Not
Well,
on air, you can't. But you can tell them.
I've heard a lot of.
Oh
things.
no, I could no.
Yeah.
That the spirit is saying that because you're such a he-man and good-looking man that people could.
Yes, it's funny being in the music business. Went to it then, and being in the shaman thought process. It's nothing changes. So it's something
No.
you learned along the way.
Well, you're an authoritative figure.
Yeah.
You're a
So-
teacher.
You're always in the public eye.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
a lot of women that come to me for counseling and 2 or 3 a night and teaching and everything else.
And you have to reassure the
Yes.
lady for that you're with, and that's all it is.
Yes.
Okay. And because she still has, she still has that feeling, and I can understand because her relationships have not been the easiest. And,
Yep.
Okay. You said you have a daughter.
Yes.
How old?
31 or 32.
Okay. Does she have a child?
3 of them.
You got one more.
Mm.
Okay.
I can see that. Yeah.
Grandpa really enjoys him, though.
Yep.
And you have a marvelous relationship with your
Yep.
daughter.
Very
Okay.
close to her.
And you're very close to her husband,
Yep. Her new boyfriend.
her new boyfriend.
Well, I was close to her husband too.
Yeah. Now he passed,
No, he's
Oh,
still
no.
around. Just
but you're still friends with him.
Yeah.
See, that's a cool part is being friends. Being divorced is one thing, but you can be friends as well. Not with everybody, but some.
I never burn any bridges.
I also will tell you it's time for you to get a new car.
Time for another one?
How old's the one you got?
I get 3 or 4 of them.
You need one specifically for you.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of working on making one.
Okay. You're going to be offered, you're moving.
I've seen that too. I've been questioning it. So
It's going to be up to you. But the longer you stall, the harder it will be to manifest, the harder it will be for you. And I also, the one thing I do know, the business partner that you're with here, that you will encourage you to go on her own path. Okay. I don't know what's in Wisconsin, but I see you going to Wisconsin. Okay.
Don't know. Probably more snow.
I love the snow. I always say
I like the cross-country ski and stuff. So.
I always say God cleans the earth with the snow. Too bad he couldn't clean the minds. Especially like with the mines and and the rain, God washes it all.
The big brain eraser.
Yeah. The book that you two are writing, stop procrastinating on it. Get it done. Get it done. All right, I'll tell them. Get it done. Get it done. Nakapo, shikalada po. Neka shiwala iman kaboloro kontori ane. Makosko patara pa. Makatara patiki katari mondo.
Donosiki shismas nanete.
Nakashigadaro.
Yes.
Okay. Goodness, someone knows what we're talking about, huh? Your dad says, son, don't forget God. Okay. He still is confused. Was he a minister or just a very strong?
No, that religion is very, very strong in the family.
He was really, and your other family members are into it also, right?
Half of the family was and half wasn't.
You're kind of like the wayward child.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're the pecked bad boy, so to speak. Okay.
Could be pegged at.
Once again, I have no idea, but Wisconsin's a very, very big word for me. Why you're going there, I'm not sure, but you're going there. It could be for a skiing trip or whatever, I'm not
Native
sure.
American thing or something.
But I also know that you two are going to do some traveling together, but you're slowly going to be drifting apart. Okay. It's going to be harder on you than it is on her. Because she kind of is the backbone of what you're doing for now. Even though she's the teacher and you're the student. You're both the teacher and student together. Okay. You say you have a small church where you live?
Yes.
You have it in a small building, or is it
It's in a yurt.
in a yard?
Yurt.
A round building.
Y-U-R-T. Big
Oh.
700 square foot structure.
It's going to grow.
Yeah.
I'm looking by the year 2019, you're going to have over 300 people in there. But you're going to be the leader of it. You're going to be starting somewhere else.
Okay.
Are you two okay with going your own path for a while?
Yeah, it's always been, if it has to be, it has to be. It's all
Yeah.
about the path.
But you two will also you'll always be connected. Okay? The lady friend that you had, does she have a child?
A couple of them.
They're very jealous of you.
Yeah, they're trying to figure some things out.
Yeah, and that's sad because don't allow them to break the relationship up between you and the lady that you're with, okay? You know what speed limits are?
When they yell at me.
You better listen to them more.
Yeah, I do.
Unless you can afford to pay a $400.
I'm that guy, squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Unless you can afford to pay a $400.
I'm the worst driver on the face planet.
Yeah.
I
Is your
always do
mother
the
also
driving.
crossed?
What's that?
Is your mother also crossed?
Yes.
Okay. Your mom and dad together.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what Philippians chapter 4, verses 7 through 10 are, but they want you to read that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd encourage you to read that and write down whatever it means to you. Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Huh?
No.
Oh.
Please
Does that
listen
make
to
sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
We're all listening.
A lot of times I ask her for confirmation, make sure I'm on the right path. You are a loving person. You've always been a caring person. Sometimes it was always misdirected. Okay, you understand what I mean? But then when you truly started loving yourself, then you were able to start understanding who you are and who you want to be and who you should be, okay? And the love now that you give to other people is real.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you been married?
Twice.
This person, you're living with her?
Mm-hmm.
That's a marriage.
No, not married. Not living with her.
Oh.
No.
Do you want to?
Yeah, she's got a house. I got a house. It works out well.
Yeah, so that's what works for each one.
Yeah.
Because you're not really for a fully committed relationship right now.
There's a
You're
lot
committed
going
to
on.
your work.
Yes.
Okay, I think that will cause a lot of jealousy with any woman or male, whomever you may go with, will cause a lot of that. I also will tell you in the next 2 years you're going to need a hearing aid.
I believe I do now.
Well, I was being polite.
Yeah.
You have a dental plan?
Yes.
Good, because you're going to need it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You also, do you eat red meat?
Very little.
But you should eat a little bit. Either that or take iron pills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you get tired very easily.
Just when the energy gets heavy.
Yeah. I also will tell you, and a lot of your energy falls in the middle part of your back, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Attachments.
So that's where I would encourage you. You do Shamonic Reiki. Okay, I would probably tell you to do the Shamonic Reiki energy.
Yeah, we both do. We teach it actually.
Yeah, okay. She's also a Reiki teacher.
Yep.
And I do spiritual Reiki my way.
Yep.
You know, because there's no wrong way of doing it.
It's all
right?
just
That's
energy.
what I tell everybody. There's no wrong way to do Reiki,
No.
or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Used to
And I
do
call
it at spiritual churches,
energy
kids.
healing.
Right.
Hands-on healings in
Right.
the church way back
I
then.
love it when a lot of them go, oh no, you're going to do it my way or you're going to do it that way.
Yeah.
My friend Linda Trombley, I don't know if you know her or not, but she's
Probably.
a beautiful friend of mine. And she'll say, you do the readings and I'll do the Reiki. And that's the way because my way is different than others. Her way is different than mine. And when I get the energy, I'll have her teach me how, you know.
It all comes from the same place.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's all from spirit.
Do you have a son?
Yes.
What, is there like an estrangement here, or was there an estrangement here between you and your son?
No, not at all.
No.
He lived on the other
Yeah,
side
he
of
lived
the
out in
country.
California.
He lived in
Oh, okay.
California.
So that's what.
So distance.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
distant.
Right.
Distance.
Because I
Just
see a
all.
lot stronger relationship going. That could be why I see you going on the West Coast as well, okay?
Mhm.
He's a very lonely person.
Yeah, he's a lot like me, so he's trying to figure it all out. So he's kind of doesn't fit.
He wants to follow your path, but he's afraid to,
Mhm.
okay? Because there's been so many interruptions in his path, okay? He's also a very intelligent young man.
No, super
okay?
intelligent.
Does he have a child?
Couple of them.
He's in a relationship now?
Yes, married.
She doesn't want to be in it, but he does. Okay?
Yeah, I can see that.
You have to be the coach, or you
Mhm.
let them find their path or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to come into a lot of money.
He already kind of does.
But no, I mean,
Yeah,
a
even
lot
more-
of
yeah,
money.
I could see him doing that. He's
Okay.
very,
There's some investments he's going to make.
yeah, he's very.
But you know, the cool part is he's not going to forget his dad.
Yeah, he listens to upstairs quite a bit and turns.
And you're not going to
turns
forget
into
your friend, so.
gold. Yes, no.
Yeah. Do you play what do you play, guitar?
Guitar, bass, keyboards.
Yes, like my
singing.
son did.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit, right.
But I also will tell you they want you to get back into spiritual music.
Yeah, some of them been pushing that a lot.
Okay.
I've been like,
And you need to write your own music.
Yeah.
No, you can't throw your hands at them. No. Oh, now you just have to trouble.
And I feel the 2x4 is coming.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the music thing's been pushed for years, and it's like,
You agree with us? Because I feel that big smack. Why aren't you doing it? Write this last book. Let her write her own book, and you write this book. And then you start writing the music.
Mhm.
Then you start whoa, all right, I will do this for you. Okay, this is the
Well, he
way
does the
I'm
most
getting.
amazing meditation CDs.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Al.
Yep. Excuse me. Hello, Al.
He's not on speaker.
Hey, doing pretty well. How are you doing? Oh, it's pretty scary. Remember how we said about this before, Al, right? There was a lot more coming through? Yeah, and we got a big earthquake coming through. Yep. I don't see a lot of damage in Florida as people think there's going to be because I see it going more out sea. Are you there? Yeah. Yeah. But I actually see a big volcano eruption. You know? Yeah. So how are you doing? Yeah.
19 innings. What
Who,
is
Red
wrong
Sox?
with the Red Sox?
Yeah. The Red Sox are going downhill. Come on. They're making us look not good.
No,
you
it's,
know.
it's a Boston team. You got to have drama.
Yeah, right.
You got to have drama.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and how long is this weather going to continue, Al?
Well, we'll get into the weather tonight. We'll have a downpours, maybe a thunderstorm this evening, and then it'll continue off and on overnight.
Yeah.
We'll be near 60 tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to see some improvements in the afternoon as the cold front is off the coast. It's kind of stalled as we've had the wet weather the last 2 days. The afternoon sun tomorrow, temperatures getting into the low 70s. The mixed kind of cloud, change an isolated scattered shower Friday afternoon, 70. The weekend looks good, mid sun and clouds, cool, 70 Saturday, and mostly sunny on Sunday, temperatures around 7.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. You know. Then when I'm looking at Al, we got blizzards like there is no tomorrow this year.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I said so far, you know, not. I don't like being right on stuff like that, you know, but it is life.
It's going to be a tough winter.
Yep, it's going to be a really rough winter. So how's work going?
It's going good. I'm doing good, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. You know. Hey, so Al, give me a call on Sunday, okay? Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, Al.
Bye, Al.
Bye, Al.
I couldn't hardly hear him.
I was going to say, why wasn't your speaker working right?
I don't know. It's on full. Maybe it's his. That's the first
Could
time.
be, yeah. Just couldn't hardly hear him. Hopefully they could hear
Could you hear him
now.
at all?
A little teeny
A
bit.
little.
Yeah. You know him probably.
I knew it was him.
Yeah. But
Recognize the voice.
okay. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He really is. The kids all love him. The kids remember him when he used to be one of my co-hosts for like 2 years.
Oh, on the
He was
King
on here. Yeah, him and
Awesome.
Matt and I. Yeah.
I was a huge fan of his. I always liked him.
Yeah.
You know. But I'm going to go back to remember to write your music.
Yep.
You're going to make it for every instrument going. It's going to take you about 2 years to write the right song for you. Okay. And I strongly believe, by the way, you're going to be around till you're like 95 to 100.
I feel like you've been around for 10,000 years already.
Well, you have.
Well, you have been, so
You have been.
that's-
You actually have. You're right.
You have
You
been.
actually have been. Okay.
Some days you feel it more than others.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also will tell you that you've been through a lot of obstacles, huh?
Mhm.
But they also taught you how to be who you are.
Spiritual
okay?
boot camp.
Like you said, you've been homeless. Did you have a drinking problem?
No, not really. I could have. It ran in the family.
Yeah.
You know, I was around a lot of that from the music business, but
I don't see you having a drug problem.
no, I learned a lot along the way about addiction energetically, how it works, and is actually a way to heal it.
Yeah.
So
By the grace of the higher power,
Mhm.
you have never been in jail.
No.
I had to put it that way when the Spirit told me to.
Mhm.
Your dad said your dad tells you he doesn't disown you,
Mhm.
but he is trying to understand you.
Mhm.
Okay. Your grandfather on your dad's side is the same way.
Yeah.
Your grandfather on your mother's side, though, loves you and understands what you're doing. He's more spiritual
Yes,
than you know, okay? You have several sisters and brothers?
yeah, a whole bunch of them.
That's like a spiritual battle there.
Yeah. I mean,
You
it
know,
runs, this runs
one
in
is
the
the
family.
church is right, they're right. But
Yeah.
you don't get yourself involved into that, okay? You're easier than that. You live near also a lot of trees?
Yep.
If I told you I saw a forest fire there, what would you say?
Yikes.
And there's some callousness. Somebody's going to be in the forest. It's going to be a dry summer, and I'm looking at like maybe 15 to 20 acres burning. However, you had that wall of protection around you.
Yeah.
You're going to feel the heat. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I also will tell you a lot of the animals are going to come running to your area.
They
Okay.
do already.
Okay. You own like 3 acres.
Yeah, about 2.
To like her,
We're
might
surrounded
have done a
by
couple
woods.
more acres and put a no trespassing on it. Okay. This person that I see you with, I don't see a marriage.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I see good friendship.
Yeah.
Okay, more than. Because I honestly know you're married to your work. You always will be, and no one will understand what you're doing, and that's their choice. Okay. And your business partner doesn't understand much. He loves her very much. Okay. Do you love you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You believe in you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I got no choice. I'm
You have
here.
choices.
I'm in it.
Do you look in the mirror and say you're a winner every day?
I've had a pretty crazy year. It's like I practice this belief, what we call timeline, where everything's predestined. And it's like this year, I got one of my race Jeeps on the front cover of JP Magazine, which is the biggest Jeep magazine on the face of the planet. And at the same time, we had 2 books in Barnes & Noble and that Jeep magazine all in Barnes & Noble. So I took Bety there, you got to check this out. This is cool, but look at this. And it's like, it just amazed me. And it's like, how that can happen, because I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So I love the path.
Yeah. Isn't it, I look at my path and I look what I've done and where I've been and the closeness of almost going to jail. In fact, I've actually spent 3 different nights in jail, but, but I needed that path to be where I am.
Yeah. I think the harder part is being in a prophetic kind of thought process. I've been a child and seeing the future and having a lot of those guides that come through that were prophets in the old days and knowing what's coming and coming to a solace with that. So that's the harder part.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
It all teaches.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-oh. You're going to lose everything one more time.
Cool.
It's up to
Start
you.
over again. I'm good at it.
Yeah. It's preventable. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong when I'm seeing you. But you like hitting rock bottom and rebuilding again because that's your character.
If it needs to be.
Okay? But it will be stronger. But if you, well, I'm going to put it this way. If you don't listen to your spirits more,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to lose everything you've worked for and have to start over again. Okay? And I want you to prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to be wrong, I'm going to be right on stuff like that. Your son is also going to be following what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many children do you have?
2.
You also know you have another one, right?
There's one that wants to come through, but it's a big resistance.
You have you have one in your
Speak a
party
little
days, shall we call it?
Yeah, I don't know. I wondered about that.
You have a little boy. You have a boy in your party
I
days.
don't think he's here yet. I think it's someone who wants to come through, seriously.
Well, he's here.
Okay.
Okay.
He's pretty.
You do have another one that wants. Do you want another child?
It's not on my radar. It's the push has been a little
Is this
bit.
girl younger than you?
No, she's
Okay.
wouldn't be with her.
Okay. But I'm telling you, you do have another child.
Okay.
The child is about, I'm looking at her 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very musical. You're actually going to meet her.
Okay.
Okay. And what I'm actually looking at, okay, that's what's in Wisconsin. Okay. You're not going to know, one of you are going to know that you're together. You understand what I mean by that? But you will have that special connection. And she's done very well in her life. The mother has married to someone who has been very successful.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad just said you were a dirty old man.
Runs in the family.
He wasn't a saint, was he?
What's that?
Your dad wasn't a saint.
Wasn't a.
A saint.
No, definitely not.
Okay. He preached one thing, did something different.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he also have like a drinking problem?
Yes.
Okay. I love these Christians who preach one thing and do other. That's why I had to get out of it, because I couldn't be a hypocrite. But he could be a good dad when he wanted to be.
Yeah, it was the amazing thing about him. He had a really tough life, and he quit drinking, quit smoking, quit everything, and everything just turned around, and it was awesome.
You're close to your mother.
At the very end, I'd be close as I could be.
Right.
You know,
She
but-
didn't know how to be.
No, she had a hard time with that.
Okay. And I want you to know she loves you very
Yes.
much. Okay. I also will tell you that she wants you to have a strawberry shortcake for her. And
But gladly.
what I encourage people
Such
to
a
do
good
is take, when you have yours, okay, and take a piece of the strawberry shortcake that you'll have, get a paper plate, and put a little bit on the paper plate, and extra real cream, not false cream, no, real cream, and a fresh strawberry, and put it on that plate, and just think about her, and put one on for your dad
Yeah,
too.
let
He
her
said
have
not
energy.
to forget him, and also have a cup of coffee for them.
Mhm.
Okay, if the food came off the plate while you're having your, I'd be running out that door, wouldn't you? You know, I say, all of a sudden that spirit just,
I've seen a lot of things
I was
over
just
there.
saying, I'd be like, wow, that's really cool.
That's
I
every
think
day.
I would just be fascinated.
yeah, I've actually.
That's an everyday occurrence.
What I would tell you, please, do not ever throw it in the garbage. Throw it outside to feed the people that,
The animals.
okay. And I would tell you definitely do that too. Did you lose a brother?
Yes.
He was a lost soul.
Yeah, he never fully came through. We never get to really animate.
You need to release his energy.
Mhm.
So you have to do it.
Yep.
And I would probably encourage Betty to help you. Hey, I got her name.
I know. I was
Is that a
stunned.
gold star today?
Yeah, something's
All
going on. I don't know.
And I would encourage Betty to help you with it. And you're willing to, I'm sure. Okay. He was a very lonely man.
Mhm.
Okay. You're really not the biggest socializer, are you?
Nah,
You're socializing in your work. That's where
Yes.
you come out. That's like
everything's on the
okay.
other side.
Okay. You actually died about 5 years ago and came
Yep.
back to life. Okay. Did you see the white light?
Yes.
Pretty horrendous. I mean, not horrendous. Pretty wonderful, isn't it?
Yep. So they had to come back.
You know, told you your journey wasn't done, huh?
Right.
No, that was an interesting day.
You know. On the road, the traveling that you travel on, that's not a lot of traffic, right? I'm not trying
depends
to,
what
I'm not
time
trying
of
to
day.
make fun of it or anything like that.
No,
I'm
it all
just
depends.
seriously. Because I'm looking on a Saturday, actually, especially during the fall, they must have a lot of traffic, right?
Mhm.
When I'm looking at it, please be very aware of someone coming in on your side of the road.
Yep. I've seen
Okay,
that.
be very aware because if you connect, your spirit's going to go.
Mhm.
And we're not ready to lose you yet.
Not time.
Your work is not done.
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. If you do, don't be afraid to
No,
email me or Facebook me.
Definitely.
One of the things I'm going to tell you both is the separation on your path. I'm not going to tell you your separation is going to be right away,
Mhm.
but it's got to be done within the next 6 months to a year. Slowly separating. But also what it will do is going to make you a lot more stronger towards each other. Okay, and you will realize that you're more like sister and brother. I know there's a lot of people in the community where you live think that you have a lot more going on than what you, isn't it? I love gossip because that means they're talking about it, you know.
I don't like gossip because that just adds to the negative energy.
But
If you're
you know,
participating in gossip, you're wrong.
you wear glasses.
Yes,
Sometimes,
I do. You do too.
Oh, I do all the time. You have reading glasses.
You have reading. You have
Yeah,
contacts.
just
You have
reading
contacts.
glasses. No contacts.
When was the last time you had your eyes checked?
Last year.
Okay, they say you don't read. Do you have an eye operation?
No.
Okay, because you have cataracts coming.
Yep, it runs in the family.
Yeah, okay. And man, it's amazing. I was blind for 5 years, and I have cataracts and some other things all my life. And when it went in, it was amazing. It was once the miracle happened, and I looked at my best friend and I said, "You're ugly." He goes, "Okay." But I looked at the girls and I said, "Oh, you girls are cute." And my friend said, "What would you do with them?" I said, "I don't know." You know, but the
As long
one
as they
thing
take
about-
it well.
yeah. One thing I'm looking about you two, both of you have learned to accept everybody for who they are.
Yes.
Everybody's
your
on the
da-
path.
Yeah. Was your dad racist?
No, not at all. He actually worked for an African American company.
Okay. Who was racist? Let's see, you're really strong.
Hmm.
You have a brother?
Does this card answer the
No, I wouldn't be on
question?
my side of
Huh?
the family.
This card was
Yeah.
left in the box. Does this answer your question?
Okay. That was why.
There you go.
You have a very forgiving heart.
Have to.
Wouldn't it be sad if we didn't?
Can't anchor to anything here.
No.
There's the trick.
You know, and I'm still learning every day.
Yeah.
When people say they know it all, my spirit, I lost my shoes.
Must be some elves in the room.
We're of the big
Some
belief that
leprechauns.
you don't know anything if you think you know it at all.
No, it's a
'cause-
Don't you agree with that?
It's the one thing I'm very OCD. Whatever I in my life I've gone after, whether it be music or recording or mechanics or whatever I do, I've always right to the end and mastering. And this is the one thing that never seems to finish. There's always something
Yeah,
new.
there is no
something
end
more.
to learning.
You know, and there's been things along the way that experiences that I've had that were way over the top where I didn't have a frame of reference for, and I shut it down because I didn't understand it. And I go, oh, I'm still trying to get back to
Right?
So it's like,
What I always tell people is, like, the spiritual well is a never-ending well. There's no bottom, there's no top. Okay? And what I visualize all the time is stairs. There's a green vine.
yeah, the ascension process.
And we're up there, we'll fall. I've fallen many a times. Laura can tell you she's had a picnic a few times, and, like that. But as long as we keep grabbing that, okay, shekaladamon, yekatoreyomono.
Nani asatuish anaksiit.
Nakasodoriote.
Erumotuya otoyat.
Takobalada, Shiba.
Mashiete.
Yeah, Takabadisabo, Nakwaye, Kadariote.
Duskushimerakus suti isuntumo.
Because Yatoreta.
Yati.
Talorabaya Kadai.
Virokti asumulis not actixish isantoni jamat.
Oh, Bakatara.
Oku.
Yeah. Now, what are they for? They Terrio Padana, Patia Kapa.
Duriti, it's a yazin of no heat. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, Katario.
There's so much.
Yeah, Kakia Patade.
What I take any other.
Oh, Kataria Kapa.
Good.
Sorry about that, guys.
I bet there are people at home saying, "What the heck is what's wrong with my
Where are
TV
the
set? What's going
subtitles?"
on?"
Yeah, I
It was funny because I do it as a kid, but I was at a shamanic gathering and and this woman, as I said, she got up and she spoke that language and what is that? What is that? And she's like, I'm afraid of you. I was like, what do you mean you're afraid of me? And she wouldn't talk to me all weekend long. So finally, I just bumped into her at the end of this whole thing. And I go, what is this? He goes, I don't know, but I didn't think anybody else knew it but me and this Lakota man that knew it. And he said it was the language of the star people. Well, that's kind of cool and dramatic. So all of a sudden this Russian interpreter pops up. That's not gibberish. Blah, 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 and we're all talking to each other. And I was watching a light change in the room. So all these years later, I kept on meeting other people. And so I do a lot of channeling at times. And so people are asking through me. And it's the whole Tower of Babel thought process. There was a point where we all spoke the same language. And it's funny because I've had different races come up to me, oh, how do you know how to speak Ojibwe? How do you know how to speak this or that? Because there's different words that all kind of come from different things.
You spoke Latin once.
Yeah, I spoke. I'll never forget that. I've had a lot of strange things happen on this.
Well, you're strange anyways.
Yeah.
So,
But it's like I used to take people up this particular mountain down the road that very sacred space. A lot of really intense stuff has happened up there over the years, and I take them up in the dark to face their fears, do the shamanic thing. So we're all hiking up this mountain, and all of a sudden, one of them had a big dog with her, and the dog fell down, and it was in the middle of the night, and the dog fell down and started whimpering, and Decker was like, oh.
With a Rottweiler.
Let's just be cool. So we're standing, and the energy just got colder and colder and colder. All of a sudden, this thing came out of the woods, and I know how to speak Latin right then and there. Blah, blah, blah. I couldn't do it if I wanted to right now. But whatever it was, it disappeared, and they're like, was that real? Real enough. Let's keep hiking.
One of the things that I've learned too, I do a lot of Arabic speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of the people that won't come to my office or whatever, and I tell them, it isn't me. It's the spirit that's having me do this way. Well, one of the things I did say to him was that you're not going to be traveling alone. That there's also going to be many gifts that he will be teaching other people. So that's part of the language that it was given to him. Do you agree?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And he also, I believe, said that you're not afraid.
Not at all.
Okay. And so I don't, I can remember going to these born-again Christian churches, how they all speak and all that Latin and all that. And when I started speaking, they said, but you're talking of the devil. And I'm looking at him and I go, so is it only a select few who are always right and everybody else is wrong? How dare you to judge me? It was the same
It's
three
the
people that
control
would talk. And finally I said, you know what? I can't put up with this anymore. You guys are all about your hypocrites. I used to have, then go, laying on hands. So I used to give you, I'm being healed. Jesus is helping me. Finally I got to the point where I said, you know what? This is how real you think it is. I know it's not because I made myself Kimmy or whatever. And I said, you did nothing, absolutely nothing for me. Have a good day. The only thing I would learn was that I am who I am through the Spirit. And I don't have to call him God. I call it the universal spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing I've learned, and the one thing that her encouraged me. We can be spiritually who we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything we can touch, the Ouija board, I think you and I were talking about the Ouija board can be treated in a positive way. Was it you?
Not me, because
I mean, I don't like it.
I don't, yeah.
I've had
You know.
some.
I've had some
I've had to
encounters.
fix some spaces. With
Right.
said things
And
or
I tell everybody
Yeah.
just to stay away from it if you don't
Oh,
know
I
what
do
you're
that,
doing.
yeah.
Don't mess with it.
Oh yeah, I've had encounters with Ouija board. I had one guy who lived by the Ouija board.
Yeah.
He went to court. Luckily, the spirits helped him. But he went to court. He thought the judge wanted to have sex with him. He thought his lawyer, because the Ouija board had told him that. And I'm going, wow.
You don't know what's on the other side.
No.
So that's where this empathic, this stuff, being empathic.
Oh yeah, you want to promote your book? I'd like to
Yeah,
have you.
well,
While I go.
so going into that with that, for me growing up, at a young age, my grandmother stuck me off to the spiritualist church. My uncle ran this big spiritualist church in Massachusetts, and because she knew I was having experiences, and so the thing was, it's like I've been around hundreds and hundreds of mediums, but even as a young child, some spirits feel not so good, and some feel good, and so I always question, what am I feeling? Why is this all being painted like rainbows and fluffy bunnies, and I'm feeling like I'm gonna die in this energy of whatever the spirit is, and back and forth. So this thing along the way got developed, we call it discernment, for lack of a better word, or energetic discernment. So that's a big part of what's going on. There's so many different teachings out there. There's so many different aspects of communication going on there, information coming in, and the only way you can really understand if it's in the best interest of all this is the energy behind it.
Right.
And so we practice that constantly, being open to everything. And in that openness, right off the bat if it feels like this or if it feels like this.
Right. That's
and
one,
so then
yeah.
you choose.
It's one of the things I teach people is to feel the energy.
Yeah.
Because so many people, they feel it, but then they dismiss it,
Right. They don't trust what they're feeling.
right? But you need to feel it and accept it for what it is. Because, spirit will never lead you wrong, ever.
No.
It's when you ignore ignore what you're feeling
Mm-hmm.
that things
Yeah.
go haywire. So,
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful that you teach people about that, and that's part of what you do in your.
It's a big part of
you
it.
know.
And it's funny because I had to back it up from my own head in just about every tradition on the face of the planet. They all talk about this. It's in the same thing. So it kind of builds a commonality in a belief system that wants to unfold. And then you look at how some of the belief systems in our world have been kind of, like I say, bastardized on the radio, right?
Yeah, perverted, bastardized.
In the name of control, and it's always this human
Yes.
thing, this place of fear. So people always ask me, well, what is free will? Well, free will is simple. It's two choices, love or fear, and that's it. Nothing else matters. Well, I want to buy a car. It's like, well, why are you buying that car? How's it going to make you feel? Well, I'm going to feel wonderful in it. So is it really the car or is it the energy you're looking for?
Right.
What happens that first time you get a scratch on that car? Well, I don't like it anymore. There's the lesson. That's the beginning of the journey. It's the same thing with people. You get involved with a person, and I tell you, most relationships are lesson relationships, and I could get into how it works in the auric field and all this other stuff, but, all of a sudden, I love you, and then 2 years down the road, it's like,
Right.
why is that? It's the energetic choices, and so it's either a growth or not growth. So all this stuff, all this thing about the path, all this thing about being sensitive to energy is really what this is about. It's not about the stuff. It's about your energy.
Right.
Where can you get your book?
Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, even sell it at Walmart. It's actually sold all over the world. But we usually tell people Amazon.
Amazon's probably the quickest.
It's probably the
best
quickest
place
way to do it.
You need to write books about animals and how the animals are into your life. Like you said, you have a cat, right?
Yeah.
She said you have a cat. You need to write about how important that cat
Maybe
is.
her.
Okay. Animals, I think, are very. Yeah, she needs to write that. Animals.
Well, they're great teachers.
Yeah, they really
Very
are.
much.
They really
You know,
are.
like when we had a cat that came to and decided that our home was going to be his home.
Mm.
And when he lays on my couch, I have to sit on the end of the couch, and he
Sounds
sits
like my
there.
newest cat.
Or with my dog, it's amazing how the animals can teach us. Like when I'm not well, or when I get into a temper tantrum, my dog will come over and follow me wherever I go, and
Same thing with trees. I
Yeah.
hear that about trees and everything else.
Yeah.
See,
Water,
we're starting, and we're also starting a foundation called Healing Paws. And what that is for, like, if your cat got sick and you can't afford a vet bill, we'll pay for it.
Awesome.
But it has to be at a vet. The vet has to call us.
Yeah, part of the.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, I
because
saw that.
you know and I know that that a lot of people could take advantage
A lot of
of it.
people
or
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
definitely.
And we're starting to do, we're going to be waiting on a couple of my members. We're having a big dispute about it. I'll wait in the end. I always do.
Well, it's
But-
your foundation.
Yeah,
That's what I want you to never forget.
yeah. It's people's, but, I'm also going to be offering groom services for some of the people who can't afford
If
to
it's
have
health
it done.
related.
Yeah.
Not for
Has to be,
vanity.
yeah. Oh, no, not just because, no one has this foundation, but because I've got, and the groomers have to be licensed by the state, I believe. Yeah, they do have to be licensed right, by the state. And this has been a dream since I could never remember. And I think what really pushed it was I saw this poor, beautiful little dog with all these dreadlocks here, and the smell was just atrocious. And then we had another woman who went to the vets and had paid all the vet bill with all the money she had, and she needed $90 more to get the medication. They would not give her the medication. So we managed to get the money, so they were going to allow the dog to be in pain because he didn't. How wrong is that?
Yeah, they do it with people all day long.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And so we're going to be paying for it as long as the doctor, we get the copy of the prescription, and we'll pay for the
That's
medication.
great.
That's awesome.
It's a dream I've had for a long time.
You live in your destiny,
Yeah.
changing energy,
Yeah.
changing
And
vibration.
we actually, last year, we raised, how much was it for the Manchester Animal Shelter? About 20,000.
The last time was just shy of 1,900 that we gave them.
Yeah,
Nice.
And now it's time for us to take, and into the animal, there was a personnel that worked here that I didn't have a good relationship with. She actually kept me calm. Am I right?
I tried.
Yeah, I had to walk away. That's how upset I was, And then I had my friend Kate, who I call her Miss Bossy. She's the one that's really pushing it along. Oh, we need to pray for her, by the way. Have you heard? Did she tell you?
No.
She fell against the wall or something. She has a whole bunch of staples in her head.
Oh my God, no! No one told me.
Yeah. So we'll pray for her.
Kate,
safety.
sending you lots of love, honey.
Well,
Lots
she's
of love.
I've
She's
known
a
her for a
wonderful
long, long
lady.
time. Hey, Mary has a
Yeah,
call.
Mary didn't call. I'm worried.
Well,
Mary, I hope you're
I think she
okay.
had a doctor's appointment or something.
Okay.
To try that. And we're having a bigger event coming in April. I'll let you guys know if you want to have an author table thing there and all that too. Okay, we're only going to charge $1,000 a booth.
He's kidding, folks.
I know, folks. Like, I have to go with. I'm not going to call. I'm going to call it the spiritual gathering.
I like that. It's
The
good.
spiritual gathering to help Healing Paws,
There you go.
or the spiritual festival.
Give back to someone who gives so much.
Oh
Right.
yeah. This is what I do. I don't personally keep any of the money that we make. It all goes for the
Oh,
other.
and there you go.
Yeah,
That's
that's gotta
she
be
meant.
there.
Yeah. Nope. That is not Mary.
Oh.
Unless she's calling on her cell phone. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hello, this is Kate.
Hey,
Hi, Kate. Hi.
How are you?
How are you?
Oh, how you feeling?
I'm feeling better. I was sitting here listening to the show, and my psychic ability told me you were speaking about me.
Yes, we were. She's my bossy lady that tells me when my co-host. She's my troublemaker.
There you
Every
go.
guy needs one.
That's it.
Hey, Norm. I'm not bossy. I thought you agreed we were going to call it focused.
Yes.
Well, I can't
like
do
that.
that. Then I'd lose my image.
I agree. It is. You are focused.
She is very focused. Okay, I forgot my dog and cat.
Not. Oh, I'm sorry.
So we're gonna start. We'll have to start bringing it back on. How you feeling there?
I think I might be back to my feisty self very shortly.
Excellent. Excellent.
Take your time. Stop being so impatient.
Yeah, you got a job to do in about a month.
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, I know. This just was not a pleasant experience, and I'm going to go back to work tomorrow. I have a note from the
Wow,
doctor that says I
alrighty.
can go back, so I'll go bother them tomorrow.
There you go. When I text you, you know, you got to start listening to your spirit boy, right?
Yes.
Okay, sometimes she's gonna get you.
So Norm, I'm assuming that I'm going to get there tomorrow, and she's going to send me home, correct?
Do you want to go home?
Not necessarily. I'm not bored.
No, but she
I'm
wa-
sitting
no,
here with
she-
Timmy, and we've
no.
been cuddled up on the sofa together. I do think that Chai, however, would like to have her house back.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not going to get sent home.
Oh, good.
You may
Good.
have to work part-time for a while, but you're not going to get sent home.
She's going to want to
Norm,
send
I'm already
you home,
working part-time now.
Yeah.
She's going to want to send you home for your sake because she cares about you.
Right. But you're going to have to show her you can do it.
Oh, of course. Of course. By the way, where are Bossy and her
Nuisance?
her
We
friend?
just said, see, I just said I forgot it.
Yeah,
You know?
he was just saying.
Well, I have a message for you.
They didn't want to come, that's why.
Oh, please.
So, how do you like our show so far?
I think it's absolutely positively fabulous.
Thank you.
Outstanding.
You know?
I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued with the book that was written.
That's on Amazon?
Amazon. Yep.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is.
There's a couple.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. The first one, the second one, and the
And I
third
also
one.
had kind of a brainstorm, but you and I can chat later.
When a brainstorm on, that needs trouble.
But
Norm's got work to
Norm,
do.
how long have you known me? Over 30 years.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it. She was
So
actually
yes,
one of my
thank you
first
for
students.
asking. I'm feeling much better.
Oh,
Right.
good. Don't
That's good
scare
to
me
hear.
like that again.
Do me a favor. I'm not comfortable with you driving at night right now.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to start having dizziness from the lights and all that. You agree?
I agree with
Okay.
that.
Okay. And drive very short distance for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, none of your crazy running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've decided that I had a conversation today with, well, actually, White Cloud had a conversation with me.
Yeah.
And the message was, he said, Norm made a suggestion to you, so I'm just going to follow up and say that was not a suggestion, it's a give it.
That's right. Good, good. Timmy, how you doing there, baby boy? And you sitting there
Oh, my
with...
baby boy's doing just fine. He's so glad to have Mommy home. He's sitting right here beside me.
Yeah. Did you get your ice cream there? Timmy?
Yes, he did.
All right. And he also said
He got his ice cream.
he also said you can dress him tomorrow if you want to.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
he walked...
And actually, I'm hoping the next time you come over, the boys sent over flowers today. God love them. They went with me Saturday night. And they bought a balloon for me, and it's monkeys, and all of them are wearing headbands like they have head injuries.
Yeah.
Aww.
Hey, take a picture of it and put it on Facebook.
It's cute.
I should probably do that. I'm trying to stay off the Facebook because my boss, I only called into my boss and said that I wasn't feeling well. I didn't go into any great detail.
No, she doesn't need to know right now until you go to work. Okay.
That's how I look at it, too.
Yeah.
And we also need to make sure that Janie doesn't get wind of this.
That's right. That's right.
Hopefully she's not going to watch the show because I told her it was not a very serious thing. I just hit my
No,
head.
she watches
What
all
do you
my
think
shows.
about it, Norm?
Yeah. It is serious, young lady.
And we know I'm hard-headed.
Well, you said it, I didn't. We realize you have a little brain, but I don't want it to expand so much it's going to hurt your skull.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to let you get back to your show, and it's a pleasure to meet both of you. No matter what he tells you, it's not true.
You have a saying, it's all
Now
good.
you hurt my feelings.
Aw, poor big guy.
No.
No, Norm, you know that I adore you.
Hey, what are you doing? Because she doesn't cook, Her stove is never used. So what are you doing for meals?
That's why God made takeout. Good grief.
That's right.
Yeah, she doesn't cook. I went to her house and
hate
refrigerator's
to
empty.
cook.
The stove looks brand new.
I hate
She's
to
thinking
cook.
about putting it into a closet. You know?
Well, you know what? I hate to cook, but I love to clean house.
Yeah. She is a good.
So that's something that I do every day because
Yeah.
I feel that, spirit should have a place to come where everything's in its place.
But
So we can
spirit
have
should
a
also have
conversation.
the chance to smell of food cooking too. Not
Well,
burning.
anyone that's tasted my cooking would probably disagree with that.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. you
Well,
know.
that's what heating up takeout is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. I mean, there's one person, there's just me and Timmy and Chai, and I do cook for Timmy. As you know, he totally enjoyed his hot dogs.
Oh, good. We got some more for him.
Oh, thank you. He says thank you very much,
Hey,
Uncle Norm.
yeah. Do you know if Lisa is coming over tomorrow night?
I don't know that. We should probably reach out because
Yeah.
I know that she's been working pretty hard. I would send her a message. I'm not sure she's.
Yeah.
I know that I'm not going to be there tomorrow night. I'm going to come home from work and just kind of chill.
Yes, I know. You
That's a good
better.
idea.
Meditate with a hot tub.
There you go. There you go.
You know.
So anyway, please enjoy it. It's a great show today. I'm
Thank you.
looking forward to reading that book. That sounds
Thank you.
fabulous.
All
Roy,
right.
thank you for the best wishes, and you as well, Norm. I don't know what I'd do without both of you.
Oh well.
Hey, we love you.
Hey, what can we say? You know.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you too.
Well,
Okay.
We love you too, and namaste, everyone.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste to you too.
Bye.
Bye bye now.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. She was one of my
The
most
sweetest.
difficult
Sounds very
students at
sweet.
times.
Nice
let me
energy.
tell you. But finally, we got through it all.
I've had a few of them along the
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Somehow this guy has the best friends. I'm
I
not
do.
sure how, but he really does. He has the best friends.
When you got it, you got it.
That's it.
Hey, yeah.
Look at this.
It's the full
Hey,
package,
This
right,
saint over
Norm?
here that.
Yeah, this shirt. I got to tell you about this shirt. Remember this shirt?
Oh,
And all
yeah.
that? I put this shirt on. Okay, what about a month ago? You know, and Lauren goes, "What's that white all over your shirt?" I go, "Nothing white." They had all these white marks all over it. So I went home, and then when I got home, the white marks were gone.
Angel
Weird,
dust.
isn't it?
Strange.
So apparently I wasn't supposed to wear it. You know, I think the angels or whatever. You know. So I said, okay. So now I thought I'd try it again, and so far I lucked out.
There you go.
And did I tell you? I gave a young girl. You know, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I
Nope,
like
it's
to
all right.
brag, though. But I gave this a friend of mine made me a beautiful necklace,
It was
right,
gorgeous.
with a wing on it. Okay.
Okay.
And this little African girl, she looked at it, she smiled. She could have been maybe 2 or 3. Pretty. And then there, thank you. Pretty, you know. And my spirit said, give it to her. But I had it given to me. Give it to her. But I had it given to me. Give it to her now. I said, oh, okay. Well, you listened, right, when you do them? And I asked the parents first, and they thought it was such an honor. In fact, I ran into the mother, and she called me as well and thanked me so much because now the little girl's starting to walk a lot better than what she
That's
did.
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
So that's sort of rewarding part of it,
Yep.
you know? Whatever we do, I mean, we're always going to have people like that little crazy lady that called you.
Sorry, I have rage issues.
We all got to be good at something,
Do I seem
right?
like I have rage issues? Does any
People, we
anybody else?
have this lady. I'm not going to mention
no,
names.
don't
I'm not
even
going to say
bother.
where she's from. But for some reason, she is stuck to Lori like glue.
Hopefully not anymore.
Oh, no, that's not done. But I refuse to she's
Just
upset
means I'm
because I
supposed to
won't
help her. That's all.
call her. I don't feel the need to, you know. And now, I didn't know you had a rage problem.
I
Only when you're driving.
That's just impatience.
No, that's it.
I
you
mean,
know?
come on.
And when she told me, I was laughing. I think she told you about the story. And I'm sure you must get those too.
Yep.
I know I do, you know. And am I perfect? No. I wouldn't want to be. I'm that close to it.
There you go.
You know?
You're not
There's-
perfect? Wait.
There's
wait,
always
what?
room for
God, that was
improvement.
hard for me
You're
to
not
say.
perfect?
I'm learning. I'm getting there. I'm one step away.
You're shattering my world right now.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean
When
you're
he's-
not?
Well,
When he's
I am
perfect,
perfect.
he's gone.
Yeah. If you ask me, folks, I'll tell you I'm perfect. Well, I think I look darn well for a 32-year-old man, you know. When a 45-year-old son, you know. And people will believe some stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like I can't tell anymore people. Well,
No, don't.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. I can't tell people go poke somebody in the eye if you don't like it because one little kid did it to him.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to be careful on that and a lot of other things I might have to say. It's amazing. Like I used to say, pick your kids up, turn them upside down, and beat on them like a pinata. Oh my God! So I never realized we have just to let you know, you are being heard in the UK,
all around the world.
all around the world. Okay, Glenn thinks he has a phone. We also do, but I'm not in competition with anybody. Nor do I want to be.
Our message gets to who it's supposed to get to.
That's
I
it.
love
Yeah.
the UK.
Yeah. And so you know Jane King, huh?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's awesome.
She's a sweet girl.
She's a
Yeah.
wonderful
5
woman.
minutes already.
She's been to
Yeah.
the yurt.
Yes, she has.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jane King was on here about a month ago.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right before she left on
Yeah,
the
she's
next
got
If
back
you
day.
go to
again.
YouTube, go Norman Mooney YouTube, you can see her show.
Awesome.
And you'll see yours like probably by Monday.
Yep.
Well,
okay.
folks, we're closing. I want to thank you two for coming
Thank
on.
you so much for having us.
So
Your
wonderful to
website?
meet you both.
SacredHealingGrove.com
And ComerfordWilson.com.
Okay, and the book.
This one is The Empath's Quest, Finding Your Destiny.
The first one is The Reluctant Empath.
Yeah.
And we have a new one coming out called The Empathic Ghost Hunter.
Coming out in October.
Yep.
And we just finished the fourth one, so that should be out
The
in the spring.
The Empath in the Dark Road.
That'll be out in the spring.
Late spring.
Yeah.
Don't push it, okay? And I want to thank you both for coming.
Thank
it was
you.
a pleasure. Would like to invite you two to come back on again.
Love to.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
let you know when that is. Because I'm getting pretty booked up. Pretty more like in December and January.
Yep.
Oh, I got a new list. I got to be able to send to you. I got
Just
a big
email
thing
it.
there. Okay, email. And as we grow on with the foundation that we get started and everything, I wish everybody out there a happy weekend. And remember that every day you are the winner. See you next time.